The iPhone 15 series is less than a week away from its official unveiling, and information regarding them is continuing to leak to amp up the excitement. We now have the camera specs for the entire iPhone 15 lineup, courtesy of information collected by MacRumors. Let's start with the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus models. They have inherited the 12-megapixel sensor from the iPhone 13 Pro, which was already an upgrade. However, things get really exciting with the iPhone 15 because they are equipped with a 48-megapixel sensor. This means 4 times pixels and a significant jump in resolution. Now you might assume that it's the camera, as the one in the iPhone 14 Pro. That's not the case here. In fact, we're looking at a setup here. The iPhone 15 series boasts a f/1.6 aperture lens, allowing more light to be captured compared to both the iPhone 14 Pro and even the upcoming 15 Pro. It's interesting to note that this information comes from Ming-Chi Kuo, who states that this improved camera uses Sony's 2-layer stacked CMOS technology. This advancement promises readout times, improved range, and overall enhanced image quality. As for the wide camera on both the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus models, it will remain unchanged at a respectable resolution of 12 megapixels. The facing camera will also maintain its specifications. It raises curiosity as to why Apple is using this brand technically superior sensor with an f/1.6 aperture in comparison to an f/1.78 aperture found in their higher-end offering, the iPhone 15 Pro. Traditionally, one would expect technology or older components in non-Pro iPhones. However, it seems like Apple is taking a different approach this year by focusing on elevating both their Pro and Ultra models' capabilities, leaving room for anticipation regarding what improvements lie ahead for their next release, the highly anticipated iPhone 16 with this updated main sensor. But the Pro buyers might have concerns about this. Apple has ensured that this phone will not disappoint. Its sensor is actually smaller than the 48-megapixel one found in the 14 Pro and 15 models. The sensors on the 15 and 15 Plus models will fall somewhere in between these two sizes. They will be larger than the ones on the 13 Pro, iPhone 14, and 14 Plus, not as large as those on the 14 Pros. However, keep in mind that sensor size doesn't matter much when you have improved technology that enhances low-light performance. What Apple is likely to do is allow for capturing images at a resolution of up to 48 megapixels, save them at a downscaled resolution of just 12 megapixels. This is what usually happens with the iPhone 14 Pro, unless you manually enable Apple Pro RAW. The difference in quality is remarkable when you compare it to not using the Pro RAW feature. Unfortunately, regular iPhones don't have access to Pro RAW, so you won't have the option to achieve that level of detail from the sensor. Additionally, there may still be some artifacts in the image due to compression. While the camera itself will bring improvements when cropping photos, since there's no telephoto lens included, you won't see dramatic differences. It's also worth noting that saving images in 48 megapixels won't be possible. Now let's move on to the aspect, which concerns the iPhone 15 Pro and Ultra that we previously discussed. While the main sensor remains unchanged, there are some changes in the telephoto and ultra-wide sensors. Firstly, the telephoto sensor has been upgraded to a 12.7 megapixel with an aperture of /2.8. So this update brings a needed improvement. Secondly, Apple has decided to use the 12.7 megapixel sensor for the wide lens, but in a different way compared to previous models. Additionally, there's a change in the wide sensor itself. It has been bumped up from 12 megapixels to 13.4 megapixels. This indicates that Apple is aiming for quality when it comes to capturing wide-angle shots. These changes bring about a departure from Apple's practice of keeping sensors consistent across models. The iPhone 15 Pro will now have a combination of sensors, a 12-megapixel camera, followed by a 12.7 megapixel telephoto lens, a 13.4 megapixel ultra-wide lens, and finally a powerful 48 megapixel primary camera, quite similar to what you find on Android phones. We're acquiring a periscope lens. This is the thrilling aspect. Android Zoom has been outperforming iPhone in terms of photo quality for quite some time now. Android smartphones have been incorporating these types of lenses for years. They work exceptionally well. However, the iPhone is expected to surpass them in this regard. It's going to outperform Android phones because it will possess an optical zoom feature that's uncommon among other phones. This means it can provide a 3x zoom for situations where we want to get closer but not too close. Additionally, it can zoom out up to 6x, allowing us to get twice as close without sacrificing quality like a camera's zoom lens does. Sony has a quality and affordable lens with capabilities which is incredibly impressive. This device offers the best of both worlds by providing flexibility without compromising on quality. It's truly a solution that allows for zooming while maintaining excellent image quality and minimizing the need for excessive zooming. We can switch from the 48 megapixel option, which also supports 2x cropping, which I personally love, all the way up to 6x. Having this capability is absolutely awesome. Furthermore, looking at the leaked information again, we see that it features a f/2.8 aperture, which is significantly better than what we usually find in similar devices. Apple has the capability to provide us with an 8K resolution, which would be comparable to the 8K technology that Samsung has been offering for generations. This year, there will be a competition in the realm of 8K video too. So, what are your thoughts on this new camera setup for Apple's upcoming iPhone 15 lineup? Share your valuable thoughts below in the comment section, and for more Apple updates, you can check out our channel. See you in the next one. Peace out.